Hey, welcome everybody. We are back. It's your two favorite guys, man. We are back. Yes, thank you. Welcome to another episode of the Rockin' Chair Chronicle podcast. Oh, we done made it to seven. What is these things? They started to come real quick, man. It feel like, I don't know why, man. It kind of feel like we doing them every day. Seeing like, oh,
Right, yeah. Once a
yeah,
week. We
yeah,
gotta
once
cut.
a week.
How we gonna cut them up though? Season 1 or
Yeah,
season
we in season
2?
one right now.
Okay.
But I don't know how many episodes we gonna have in season one. 10
Uh-huh.
seem good. Like
Yeah,
something
10.
like 10, like
Yeah,
a
10 a good
round
number.
number or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. But anyway, we hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. We coming to y'all today. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope y'all got fat. Hope y'all have to wear spandex pants, boy, 'cause that's how you supposed to do it on Thanksgiving. But anyway, let's get right into it. First things first, though, we want y'all to make sure that y'all are liking and subscribing to the podcast. If you're watching this right now and you haven't subscribed, you know you're down bad for that. You're wrong for that. Go ahead and stop just ear hustling. Subscribe us, man. Go ahead and subscribe and hit that channel subscribe button, and y'all can go ahead and get indicators when all the content drop from us, man, because we trying to drop content for y'all. Laid back, real easy listening. You can just listen to it on your driving to work. You could listen to it, when you get ready to ride to the gym. However you want to do it, you can do it. Thank you for coming in and pulling up a chair and rocking with us. Remember, if you have any questions, email us at rockandchairchronicles904 at gmail.com. That's rockandchairchronicles904 at gmail.com. So make sure you send us all your emails, whether they mean and nasty. You can cuss us out if you want to. We not even worried about none of that. So send us whatever you want to send us, suggestions, tips, hints, anything you want to send us, and we will read it. And we might we might air you out on the podcast if you come with that foolishness. But anyway, so today we got a special one for you, y'all. We are doing an interview with a young man who's a Christian law enforcement officer. So he's coming at it from a special lens. This is a nice young man. Been doing it since 20,000. Oh, there I go again. That's like when I said three-man person on the first.
20,000.
20,000. I mean, it is kind of, well, nah, 2,000. I ain't even gonna try to
20,000.
fix it up.
Woo, boy, that's a long time.
I was just wrong. It's 2018. So he's been
Uh-huh.
doing it for 7 years now, going into 8 years. He was also just married earlier this year to a wonderful young lady. So he's a newlywed, y'all, and he's yes, exactly, so sweet. And he's also, giving us some of his time, even though he's a newlywed. So we appreciate him coming up. And this young man is very special to me because he's also my son. So I want y'all to give a round of applause for this young man, my son Isaiah Hendricks. He's coming right now, and we about to give him the third degree, y'all. We about to grill him like a steak round this thing. We about to grill him well done. We know y'all don't like them well done. We know they say y'all supposed to eat it. He's supposed to be medium rare or something. But we ain't worried about it. We cooking that boy. He about to be well done after this grilling we give him on this interview. So Isaiah, welcome to the Rocket Chair Chronicle podcast. Thank you
Hello.
for joining us. And you see that he is very, very, very happy to be with us today. Isaiah, thank
Indeed.
you on this podcast episode. So we just go jump right into it. So the first thing we want to ask you as a young Christian law enforcement officer is I guess the question that kind of is at the beginning of it. What made you want to get into law enforcement?
Um, People ask me that question all the time, and I don't really know. Because I mean, as we know, Papa was a law enforcement officer, and I remember seeing him in uniform a couple of times. I'm pretty sure. Um, but even just watching cops on television and stuff like that, I was like, okay, that seems pretty cool. Um, so I guess seeing it at a very early age kind of like set it in my mind. Um, and so when question was, I just kind of, I guess, they just never left my mind because, as you know, I had a lot of jobs that I wanted, a lot of things that I wanted to do, and all of them kind of seemed fun at first, but then I was kind of like, okay, this is boring. And I just knew as I got older, I just knew that with the law enforcement world, it would never get boring. It would be something new every day, something different every day, new challenges, new fun things to do, and also doing it with other people. Um, but as I got older, and now that I'm in law enforcement and been in law enforcement for a good little bit of time now, um, I can see that there's different units to go to, like having a canine or going to a drug unit or being a detective, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, that's pretty cool. And by the way, Papa is his grandfather, our dad. So, yeah, if you hear him referred to as Papa, that's who he's referring to. So, all right, so good answer. That makes a lot of sense. You see him in uniform. That might stick in the young child's mind and carry over as he gets older. So,
Right.
I understand that. Stu, you got a question?
Right. Yeah, I got a question for you, Isaiah. So, seems like you found, your joy in life as far as your occupation. You named a couple of things. Why you like doing this job. Law enforcement that you're doing now. What do you enjoy most about your job?
I think that the thing I enjoy most about the job is just having the freedom to kind of, it sounds kind of bad, but you gotta let me explain, do whatever I want to do.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I do.
um
Yeah.
as far as like even with, like, there could be days where you're just kind of like, man, I really don't feel good today. I'm not feeling it today. I'm gonna just go to work. I'm gonna just, do my calls for service, handle this, handle that, call it a day. But then there's other days where you're like, man, I really I want to get out there. I want to, do some good traffic stops, get drugs off the street, get illegal guns off the street, stuff like that. Um, I don't know if that answers the question or not. I kind of forgot what the question was.
Yeah, the question was, what do you enjoy most about your
Oh,
job? You named a lot
oh,
of stuff, so I'm trying to see if there's one thing that kind of sticks out.
I think the biggest thing is just working with a team, and you all have one goal, right? So we all have one goal of where I'm at now, just keeping where I work at now safe, keeping the people there safe. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. So I think the most fun thing for me is just working with those other people to keep other people safe. Because I mean, as men, we're called to be protectors, right? So I
Right.
think that that's why I would say that's the most fun part about it. I can do it any way I kind of want to, you know what I mean? I can um obviously be nice to people and stuff like that, even though I have to do my job. And so far I've had no issue with anybody in doing that.
Right.
All right, cool. Yeah, I got it, man. I like that. You are definitely 100% correct. Man called to be protectors. Get out there, shed blood if they have to,
Yep.
sacrifice themselves if they have to. So I definitely understand when you mention that. So I got a question for you now, Isaiah. How did people react, when you told them that you were joining law enforcement?
um I- if I remember correctly, so I guess it was kind of, people kind of took it a little easier than a lot of other things, um because I got into, I guess, law enforcement from a civilian standpoint, not a sworn law enforcement standpoint, in 2019. Um, when I became a community service officer for a police agency, just handling traffic crashes and road obstructions and the I guess the boring stuff that frees up the real police officers to do more, I guess, handling more illegal activity stuff, more emergency situation stuff. And so I think when I told people that, I wanted to actually become a police officer, it really wasn't much of a surprise because, I was already in that world, right? Um, but I think with a lot of my friends that knew me pretty well, um, they thought that might that desire to have that job might die pretty quickly. Because I had a lot of other jobs where um I started it, it was great, and then I was ready to quit or something like that, like relatively quickly. I've had approximately, and I've tallied this up, 15 jobs
Wow,
since 2015.
I don't even remember all them. Oh, but you had some side gigs going?
Yes, I have no, this is all jobs that you knew about. This is all jobs you knew about.
Man, what was I
Like
doing?
yeah, it was a lot of different jobs, and so I think that people kind of like, well, I don't know, Isaiah, like, you know, you said that this is what you wanted to do, and then you started doing it, then you didn't like it, so you found some excuse to get out of it. So, but I think when they started hearing me talk about it and get excited about it, I think they started understanding like this is not like those other jobs. This might be a career. This might be it, and I would definitely say so.
Yeah. All right, cool, man. I need to go back and ask your mom. I'm like, wait a minute, that boy said he had 15 jobs. I remember like,
Had
man, but
15
that
jobs.
man got side stuff going on. Okay,
15 jobs.
all right, cool, cool, cool. Stu, you
But
got a question you want to
yeah,
ask?
yeah, I didn't know you had 15 jobs. Now that's crazy. But like you like what you're doing now. Question: what's the most rewarding thing that you got out of doing law enforcement?
Most rewarding thing.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Um, I think the most rewarding thing is that, oh, younger people. So you know, children, and even at our church, the youth ministry. I'm not that much older than them. I'm 25, so I'm 6 years.
Right. You basically. You'll be soon.
Okay.
Moving
All
into
right.
it,
But they say now the young
and boy,
folk. I
moving
mean,
to it.
Man, yeah, pretty much they already call me Unc. I ain't gonna lie to you, they already call me Unc. Um, but I think seeing them like run up and like ask me like, "Oh, how's work? Did you do this? You know, did you do that? What's the craziest thing that you had happen? How fun is it? I want to do it too. How do I get into it?" I think the most rewarding thing is just seeing how people, mostly younger people, light up when they see somebody my age that's, you know, not that much older than them. 'Cause, like, all they see on TV is like, oh yeah, I see police officers on TV, or I got pulled over by a cop, you know, for speeding or whatever. But it's like they know somebody like semi close to them where they can just ask them whatever. I think just seeing young people being excited about that is pretty. And I say young people like I'm not young. It's so weird saying that. Um, but just seeing them just light up and just get so excited about it and even want to do it. I think to me it shows that people are definitely watching, especially the younger generation. They're watching. Um, and so I think that it's rewarding for me to be able to at least try to be a good role model for them.
right? Yeah. So the impact on the youth is big.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
unk status though. When the little
Uh
young come up
Oh
to
yeah.
you and start, hey, Mr. Isaiah. Do they call you Mr. Isaiah?
no, they don't well, the young kids like in like what
Elementary or something like that.
elementary school. Yeah, them.
Mr. Isaiah. Yeah, boy, you getting up,
Yeah,
get 30, boy, it's all gonna change.
I don't like it.
All right, cool. So I got one for you. I got one for you, Isaiah. So what is it like? Like to me, this is like something that maybe a lot of people want to know. Like, what is it a day in the life really like for you on your job?
A day in the life. So with where I'm at now, it's not as far as like where I work at right now, it's not as busy as it normally would be in other places, in other departments, in other cities or counties. Um so in the day in the life for me is pretty chill. It's way more relaxed than being out working anywhere else because we don't deal with a whole lot. We don't have much area of responsibility. So we don't have a lot of calls for service, such as like drugs or guns or really anything like that. Occasionally, we come across a little something, but nothing crazy. And so a day in the life for me just simply is I mean, doing traffic stops as much as I can for speeding. That's my one little thing is speeding enforcement. Like a crazy like 15 miles over the speed limit. That's what I like to handle. So just giving tickets for the most part, talking to people. Where I work at, we have a gate. So we are checking people as they come in. I like to go up there, talk to them. Everybody knows me when they come through the gate. People that I've given tickets to, laughing, smiling, like, "Oh, I remember you. You gave me a ticket." And so it's real just it's literally seeing these same people every single work set. It's seeing these same people. And so that's just pretty much it. I mean, just traffic stops, hanging out, talking to people, making connections, and that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's important. Though you just making your presence known, in a positive manner, for people to see.
Yeah.
Coming familiar with you because somebody really gotta like it. Now you done gave them a ticket and they still, friendly with you and stuff like that. That's kind of that's
Yeah.
cool. I think that's
Yeah.
to your personality too. So Stuart, you got another question
Right.
for
So
Isaiah?
yeah, I heard you say, give out tickets for the most part. And I think I heard you say, correct me if I'm wrong, Isaiah, working with, SWAT team or K9 unit.
I would
Um,
like to, yeah.
oh, you would like to? Okay, so this kind of is a good question to ask you. What do you want to specialize in? What do you see yourself, kind of settling into as far as, in that field of law enforcement?
So my biggest interest, this is gonna sound crazy, but once again, you gotta let me explain. Um, my biggest interest is narcotics. Um, that's
Hey, man,
my biggest interest.
man,
um,
wrong thing.
the drugs are very, very interesting to me. The effect that they have on the body is very, very interesting to me. Um, and I've seen what people do when they are under the influence of alcohol, but even seeing them under the influence of drugs is way crazier. And so I think my thing is I want to specialize in the narcotics field. Whether that's just on a drug unit, on like a narcotics task force, or if that's a narcotics detective, or yeah, I guess it'd be narcotics detective. Um, and we're just making cases and trying to just get as much drugs off the street as I can. I mean, obviously it's everywhere, whether it's the United States or elsewhere. Um, but just being, where I live, I would like to. I think that's definitely my biggest. If I could have an end goal, I want to be a narcotics detective. Um, Even if I would like to get dual certified, to be a local narcotics detective and also a federal narcotics detective, on a DEA. I think that would be pretty cool. And also K9 as well. Not as much as the narcotics unit, but on K9 units, the K9s are trained to sniff for drugs.
Right. Yeah.
So it kind of works hand in hand. So I would like to be both if possible. But I don't believe that's possible. So just kind of somewhere in that world. Probably K9 unit and then narcotics is probably what I end up doing.
Okay. Gotcha.
Dang, so that boy said, hey, that boy wanna be
Right.
hey, that boy gonna be on one of them shows, boy, on TV, but you gotta be
Mhm.
to catch a smuggler shows,
Uh-huh.
but that's what that boy said he wanted to do.
We're
Okay,
going to
all
the
right.
border.
I like that. I like that. I like that a lot, Isaiah. All right, I got one for you. So, like, what's the and you kind of already answered this, so you can kind of skip past this part. But like, what's the best part of your job, and what's the part that make you shake your head like, "Boy, this is great." You don't have to get too specific on
Hmm.
however much you want to give.
Okay. So yeah, the best part is definitely probably what I said previously, just being able to just see the same people and they're not upset like, yeah, you gave me a ticket, I ain't talking to you or cussing me out. Out of all the traffic stops I've done in the last 2 years, I've only had one person like cause a pretty big issue. However, that person wasn't even mad about the ticket. They were mad about something else, about another run-in with someone else in the department. And they were taking that anger and that frustration out on me and my partner. And so I think the best part is definitely, like I said, making those connections and just being able to see the same people. They're not angry, and even if they were, it is what it is. But they understand that at the end of the day, I have a job to do. They know that they're wrong, and so that's pretty cool to see people take ownership. And just kind of just like, hey, I messed up. I took my ticket and just move on. The part that makes me shake my head, I've seen people do some pretty crazy things. Not where I'm at now, but at previous police agency I worked for. I've seen some people do some really, really, really insane things. Especially when it comes to kids. And just even I guess I can't really go into detail, but and I'm not even talking about from a victimizing kids. I'm not even talking about from that standpoint, though I've seen a little bit of that too. But just how this is why partially why I want to go in the drug unit. How drugs will really get a grip on someone's life. And then that person cannot get off of that to save the world. They can't get off of it. And so they continue to live their life, they continue to have kids, and then those kids are affected either by drugs being used while that person was pregnant or by that person still using drugs, and then they are failing to take care of their kids. There's a specific call that I had that is probably one of the ones that sit with me the most because I just still to this day, it confuses me on how someone can just let drugs just take over. It's insane to me. And so what really makes me shake my head is the dependency on a product that doesn't grant them anything everlasting. It's just something that's just like it's literally here for a second and then it's gone. And then they just keep doing it, keep doing it, then it affects life. I don't like, and it affects other people, specifically kids.
Yeah, it is tragic. That's the tragic effect. The selfishness of people to just be seeking their own welfare to the extent to where everyone and everything else, even kids, just take second place.
Yeah.
That's tragic. Stu, you got
Yeah.
anything else?
Yeah. I know you have your tough days out there on the job. What helps keep you grounded, and what are some things that you do to kind of upkeep your physical and mental strength?
Um. Well, honestly, just being a Christian, it that touches every part of your life, right? I used to think that it could almost be impossible for a person to be a police officer and also a Christian at the same time. I just long time ago, I just didn't know how that would be possible. But as time went on, I was kind of like, well, there's a lot of things in the police world that kind of is very relative in some ways to being Christian, right? Um, what really keeps me grounded is just and it sounds hard for someone who isn't a believer or a Christian, but just trusting in the Lord really with all outcomes. When you trust in the Lord with all outcomes, you really don't have any worries as you do your job, right? As long as you're doing your job to the best of your ability and you're working heartily, you don't really have much to worry about. And even seeing like death or seeing, people do crazy things, it's kind of like, well, you know exactly why. You know that they're sinners. That's it. I mean, you just know that they're sinners, and that's what's, I won't say making them, but that's why they're doing the thing that they're doing. They're doing it for self gain, for self pleasure. They're doing it for self. They're selfish. I once was too, and still I struggle in different ways, but um, you know, knowing that and understanding that helps you see things and look at things in a very different lens. And you can't go crazy with knowing what the true issues are and what the reasons behind why people do what they do. Knowing what it is, it's like, well, okay, this person did that. Well, what do I expect? You know what I mean? Now, how can I take this situation and maybe, just maybe, show them something, especially from a police officer standpoint, show them something that they've maybe have never seen from a police officer. What can I do? You know what I mean? And so I think that answers the question. I'm not sure.
Definitely does. Yeah. You know the why. You know, a lot of people, bad things happen. You know, calamity comes. They don't know why. You know, so being a Christian, you know that, and Christ is your foundation. So it doesn't matter what happens around you. You know, you'll be fine. So,
Yep.
Just
nice, man.
imagine, not like you said, Isaiah. Imagine if you're not a Christian and all these bad things keep going on. Like what type of mental state is that
Yeah,
person
it go
at?
crazy.
Yeah.
Go. Everybody see suicide, things like that.
Yeah, I understand why that stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Isaiah. Like, so have you ever had to deal with people judging you just for wearing the badge, quote unquote? And if so, like how did you process that? Like, how did you handle that?
Um, I don't think I've dealt with a lot in that area. Um, oh wait, no, there, yeah, there was a few different situations where people, they like to talk, they like to say stuff, they like to kind of try to hurt your feelings. Um, I haven't never had anybody judge me from a Christian standpoint as a, oh, how can you be Christian in the car? Like, I've never had that happen. But just from just being a cop, people have something to say. I remember there's this one situation where this guy hit the classic, oh yeah, you're hiding behind the badge, or if nobody else was here and it was just you and me, I said, it's like, bro, come on, like, you messed up, you gotta handle it, you gotta take care of it. Let's get it taken care of and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? It don't gotta be like that, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And they know that they messed up, which is why they're running, which is why they're trying to get away from you. It's like, bro, like, relax, you know what I'm saying? You do your little time, you get out, you're good to go. I mean, that's pretty much about it. But I mean, I haven't been doing the job for a super duper long time. So I think it's a little hard for me to answer that question more, if that makes sense.
yeah, I got you. Yeah, and it's probably now, as you continue to, Lord willing, work, in the field for the years to come, and the answer will probably be the same still.
Yeah.
So but you just have, more experiences to draw from with it. So Stu, you got anything?
Yeah. What's something funny or unexpected that happened on your job? The time. Okay.
So like I said, I do a lot of where I'm at now, I do a lot of traffic stops. I do a lot of speed enforcement. I'm sitting on this road and the speed limit is 35. This car is going 68, which
Oh,
is really fast. And so I catch up to him, I pull him over, and I walk up to the passenger side of the car, and this guy, it's like 5, no, not even 5, it's 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. And like he's not even sitting in the driver's seat, like he's like leaned back on the seat with like his body straight, He's sweating. His eyes are tearing up. Like he's shaking. Like because he's trying to give me his IDs, but his arm's shaking. I'm like, hey man, you good? You good? You good?
But he in the
Like
passenger seat. This is dude in the passenger seat.
no. He's in the driver's seat, but he's not actually like his butt's not in the seat. So I'm like, hey man, you good?
Oh,
And
He
so
all the way
he says, hey man, I gotta poop real bad. I said, brother. I said, all right, man, get on out of here, get on out of here. And I got off of that traffic stop. I was crying, laughing.
You had to give him.
It it had me done for because he had. Cause you know, sometimes people hit you with the I gotta use the bathroom. That's why I was speeding. Nah, he had all the signs. He looked like he was going through war.
yeah. That boy fight for his life in there.
He
Hey,
was.
dude, boy. Mess around with me, I'd have been like, okay, I'm about to follow you to your house. As soon as you finish, I'm still gonna fire you up with that ticket. You ain't safe, boy. Nah. Crazy. All right.
Yeah, it was insane.
So I guess that was like the one. Is that like one of the stories that kind of sticks with you? Because I was gonna ask, what's one thing that sticks with you, like good, bad, or just wild? So would that be the wild one?
That would be a wild one. Yeah,
And the
that
good
would
one,
be a wild one.
the good one would probably be, the things that you mentioned earlier about how people, see you later and be like, hey man, I remember you gave me ticket, but they cool with you and everything. That's like the good part about it.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that's definitely probably the good part of it. Just seeing people be it's so weird. Like you give them I give them a tip, they're telling me thank you, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Then I see them again the next day in the following weeks, and they're like, oh yeah, you gave me a ticket. Yeah, my license was suspended, but it is what it is, and blah blah whatever. And I'm like, okay, sounds good. I mean, it's that's also kind of the wild story too, but no, that's one of the good ones though for sure.
That's crazy. You got anything else?
Man, I might be out.
Yeah.
I might be out.
All right. So I got one for you. I got one for you.
Oh boy.
Now, if you could change one thing about law enforcement, what would it be?
Oh, I think the one thing I would change, and I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to instill it in future officers where I work at now. I'm trying to instill it into them as well. I feel like there's a thing that as a cop you have to almost be robotic. You can't show emotion. You can't show sympathy, be kind. I don't agree with that. I think that you have to be careful, no matter what you do. But being robotic, I don't think that's going to get you the result that you would like to see. You know what I mean? Um, Doing the traffic stops that I do and talking to people, I talk to them. I talk to them like they're a person. I talk to them like I would want to be talked to if I got pulled over for speeding or for any other situation, right? Like, yeah, you're speeding, you're going, 30 over the speed limit, but hey, man, look, here's your like, hey man, here's your ticket. You know what I'm saying? Like, do this, do that, and then you're good to go. Sometimes I give them because where I work at, we have two types of tickets we can give. One costs money and you pay it, you're good to go. The other one is free, but you have to do an 8-hour driver improvement class during
Oh,
the day. I give them the option. Would you rather spend $80 or between 55 to $130, or would you rather just do your 8 hours, call it a day? Um, and to them, like that's awesome. Now in all honesty, I should just give them the money ticket because that hurts them a little bit more. Um, but I like to give them the option because at the end of the day, it's like, look, sometimes your foot gets heavy, you're tired, you're getting off work, or you're heading into work, you got stuff going on at home. I'm not gonna beat you over the head with the book because of that. I feel like that a lot of cops feel like they have to be this stern, like, yeah, I am officer this, and you're going to jail for this. No, I don't think it needs to be like that. Now there are times where you have to, like, I had one situation where I had to get physical with somebody, um, and even still, he was apologizing to me within 30 minutes, saying, "Look, man, I wasn't mad at you. I was mad at y'all because of some other situation with a different squad. And it's like, hey, bro, look, I understand. You know what I'm saying? Like, all you had to do was voice that you had an issue. What the issue was, I could have helped you through it. You know what I mean? And even though we had to, wrestle them and get them in handcuffs and all this other kind of stuff, we still treat them nice. Hey man, you need something to drink? Hey man, you need some water? You need, you want me to get your other shoe for you? You know what I mean? Like, you need to use the bathroom, you straight, you good? That's it. You treat them like a person, because at the end of the day, yeah, did they mess up? Absolutely. Did you have to get physical with them? Absolutely. But you can still leave that situation on a positive note just by treating them like a person. That's all you got to do. Just treat them like a person. Do I want to be getting thrown up against a car for no reason? Do I want to be, treated like, I just killed the president? No, not at all. You know what I mean?
We just
Say that one time.
we just
Yeah.
joking.
And then that boy said,
He was just speaking
unalive.
hypothetically,
Unalive.
y'all.
What?
Or was I? And yeah, but I mean, it's like I just feel like people or cops they just have to be this stern, like, monster with a gun. No, it ain't got to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people got stuff going on at home. Somebody might go, rob a convenience store. And what I'm saying, is that the worst thing in the world that they robbed a convenience store and took, some lottery tickets? No, it's not the worst thing in the world. Is it a crime? Yeah, sure. Are they gonna get arrested? Absolutely. But that don't mean, we need to be rude and be disrespectful and be mean. There's still a person doing something stupid. And like I said previously, we know why they do it. I've never robbed a store. I never will rob a store, but I've done some other stupid stuff. Should I be, getting hit with the book? Yeah, I should. But the Lord is merciful to me. So why can I be merciful to others and be kind to others, knowing the things I've done and have acted? You know what I mean? And then that kind of comes in with putting my faith on show at work, because people wonder, like, hey man, what's your deal? Why do you act like this? Even with working hard, right? Why do you work so hard? Why you never just chill and just kind of like let the day go? Why are you always trying to, do traffic stops and learn this and train this person? Well, I mean, hey, what else am I supposed to do? I'm at work. Secondly, I'm supposed to work hard. You know what I mean? No matter what's going on, I'm supposed to work hard. I'm supposed to be kind. And in that, people, as a Christian and a cop, people can kind of see something other than, because they don't see that in other people. So they're like, well, Hendrix, why do you do that? You know what I'm saying? Isaiah, why do you do that? Well, let me tell you. Yeah, I think I talked too much.
No, that's
good.
good. Yeah, because you're not saying that people should just be let off of the crimes that they commit, because we have laws
No,
for a reason, and they need to suffer the punishment for that. Under
right.
the law. But at the same time, everybody's made in the image of God, and so they're due, what someone made in the image of God is due. So just basic human, just human. They're human. So
Yeah, human decency.
human decency. You don't have to
Right.
treat them in a certain way, just because they did something. Because if all things are fair, and they go get the punishment that they should get. And so I think, to your point, Isaiah, a lot of people think that, when people, like you said, rob a store, and then police come up and they start jumping on them and doing all kinds of things they should do, like, yeah, that you shouldn't have robbed the store. Well, no, the police just apprehends them, and then the court system will dole out the punishment for, you
Right.
know,
Yep.
the police just they just get them. They enforce the law, but that doesn't, by any means mean that they should just go and, stomp on a person. Now, when guns involved, now that's different. So we not
Right.
talking.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
to your analogy, yeah. So I understand that completely. So, man, good answer. I think if we had like a whole bunch of more officers, like Officer Isaiah, boy, we
Right.
might be straight out here. What
For
you
sure.
think?
I think so, man. I
Yeah, I
think
think we be straight out here.
yeah,
Yeah.
cops should be a lot more concerned about the communities and actually bettering the communities and being involved.
Yeah.
Communicate with them. Try to get on their level. See what's going on with them, things of that nature. Having somebody that actually seems like they care about you, it means a lot. It can change things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Isaiah, that's all the questions I got. But I do have some rapid fire questions for you, really.
No, boy, it's gonna be something crazy. I can feel it.
Nah, it ain't. It's not too crazy. So the first one, all right. I know the answer to this one, but coffee or energy drink?
I know he.
Oh wait, no, that's that. I don't know if you know the answer. That's a hard one for me.
Oh,
Um,
oh,
oh, rapid fire. Coffee.
okay, coffee. All right. Oh boy, energy drink to being overtaken. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's coffee.
All right, night shift or day shift?
Night shift.
That is that a differential pay?
Yeah, it is more pay on night shift, but night shift tends to be where crazier things happen.
No. Okay. All right, I got you. Okay. All right. Favorite off duty hobby?
Making music.
Cool. Yeah. Oh yeah. Thank you for
I'm about to say, yeah, put in the plug.
look. Hey, look. If you've been liking the intro and the outro to our videos, this is the one who created it. So if you want something to go on your podcast outro and intro, man, get it. Email me so I can put you in contact with the man right here, the producer of these awesome beats. And I'm telling you, hey, he'll do it for you. All right, good.
That's true.
Most used emoji.
Probably the laughing face emoji.
Laughing face. Okay, all right. Yeah, I got you. All right. Who's your hero?
Hero. Um, God. No, let me not answer that one. Man, that's a hard question.
We can skip it if you
Oh no, it's gonna sound so cliche and probably not even realistic, but I would have to say you.
Oh,
That's
okay.
real.
Well,
That's real.
wow. I appreciate it, son. All right, and the last one. One word to describe yourself.
Funny.
All right,
Yeah,
that boy is funny.
I say goofy.
Yeah. Just
that's
out.
probably silly. That's probably a little bit better. Yeah.
Yeah, just out the blue too.
You
Yeah.
know what, man? You're a good guy.
Yeah. All right, Isaiah, you passed the test. We put them through the ringer. We grilled them. We got all the things that y'all wanted to know. The workings of the police officer, how they thinking in their mind. Yo, we got the exclusive for you here, y'all. And he also happen to be that's a big time added bonus, especially for that field. So Isaiah, thank you very much for joining us today and letting us talk to you, ask you some questions. Very good answers. I hope people had a lot of things to think about based on the answers that you provided. So thank you for joining us today,
Yep,
Isaiah.
yep.
Yeah, we'll see you again
Appreciate you,
at
Nat.
some
Love you,
point,
man.
hopefully. Yeah, I love you.
All right, love y'all too.
Hey, boy, that was a good one right there, man. What you
Yeah, that's good. Very insightful.
Yeah, the things I'll tell you, man, they
Yeah.
get better every time it seems, man. That's crazy. So hope y'all enjoyed that interview that we had with the Christian law enforcement officer, Officer Isaiah, man. I think like we said, if we had more officers like that young man there, I think you see a lot of the things that go on, a lot of the questions that are asked to them are probably, probably a stop. If we had everybody with that mindset. So um yeah, we appreciate that. That's some very thoughtful things I did have. But anyway, man, we got some good stuff coming up for y'all in the future, man. We excited. Boy, we got some topics. I'm telling you, topics, boy. It's gonna be some good topics, boy. I don't want to get too much away, but I do kind of want to whet y'all appetite a little bit. Just know this. We told y'all this from the beginning. We are not ducking any topic. Okay? And we gonna talk about it. We gonna chop it up, and we gonna let y'all know what we think. And that's what we do here on the Rockin' Chair Chronicles. Okay, you never know what we might talk about. We might talk about mental health, like how we feel about mental health when people say, mental health going on. We might talk about the Epstein files. We ain't ducking nothing. We might talk about, you know, uh, women in the front lines, women in law enforcement. Should they be in the military? Should they be on law enforcement? This may or may not be facts. What I'm telling you right now. So y'all read between the lines of what we saying. Oh, but I know for next time though, we want to do the GOAT decades debate. Like, remember we kind of started talking
Yeah.
about that a little bit yesterday. Like, we really want to
Mhm.
do a GOAT decades debate. I'm already locked in for the 90s. My brother tried to hustle me out of the 90s as being the 90s representative, but who better to represent the 90s than me, man? That was my
Right.
pride. That
Yeah.
was my heyday, man. I'm from the
Mhm.
90s. I am Mr. 90 himself. So you just got to do 2000. So, like, if you want to do 80s or
Early
70s or
2000.
something like that, hey, email us. Say, hey man, I want to argue for the 70s. I want to argue for the 80s. Shoot, 60s. I don't know. It might not be nobody around too much these days trying to argue for the
Right.
60s. But I
Uh-huh.
don't know. Shoot, but you never know though. Somebody might be around from the 60s. Like, hey, I want to argue for the greatness of the 60s or whatever. I don't know. But anyway, so we thank y'all for joining us today. Y'all stay locked in with us. Remember, like and subscribe to the channel. Send any inquiries. Rocking Chair Chronicles 904 at gmail.com. Thank you for pulling up your chair and rocking with us today. And we will see y'all
Appreciate y'all. Happy
on the next
Thanksgiving.
episode. Hope y'all Thanksgiving was great, like we said. Now that you ate all that food this few days ago, hey, go ahead and hit that gym up because that spandex is spandex, and go ahead and get back in that gym. Y'all know who it is, how it is in these holiday seasons. But anyway, we out. Thank y'all for rocking with us, man. We'll see y'all next time. We
Peace.
appreciate all the love that y'all give us.